dream. My mind is working overtime. My mind is working overtime. My mind is working overtime.
My mind is working.
Hi, this is Conor McLoone for Rewind That Track at Bestival 2017 here at a very muddy, very wet festival, but we're still going to make the most of the weekend. Let's see what it's got in store.
Jaguar Skills, give me the sign.
Can't quite believe I'm saying this, but please may I welcome Mr. Andy C, head honcho of Ram Records here at Bestival 2017. Andy, hello.
Hello, how you doing? Good evening. Good to be here.
Very, very well, thank you. Very, very well. I will start off just by saying, obviously, 2017 is a huge year for you, a mammoth year, with Ram celebrating 25 years.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, 25 years. I just this week rediscovered the actual original paper that we my sister hand drew the label, and then we did the labels for the...
I was about to mention that. You tweeted it, didn't you? The original logo.
Oh my, I just like, you know, it's in pristine condition. Once upon a time, I must have been quite sensible and packed it away somewhere, and I just found it, and I was like, wow, you know, and it brought the memories flooding back of like that innocence and that dream of like doing something, you know, and being at school and just doodling the logo and writing my DJ name and all that kind of stuff. And here we are, like you said, 2017, celebrating 25 years of Ram, and it's just, you know, come to festivals like this, take over stages, do tours, and see everyone buzzing and enjoying themselves. Proper.
So, if you could give me a little insight, where does the logo come from? What is the origin behind it?
The logo comes from, I'm an Aries, and my sister, so when I posted that picture and I rung my sister and I'm like, Sarah, you ain't gonna believe what I've just found. And she reminded me of the conversation we was having that day, because I was like, I want to start a record label, and she's like, well, make it personal, something to you, you know, you're an Aries. And then we was like, okay, you know, and then Ram, and then, you know, that's where it comes from. So yeah, it's very personal.
Played so many shows and so many festivals, but what's the weirdest thing you've seen in a rave?
Well, I think we did EDC a couple of years ago in Las Vegas, and there was a rave goat backstage that was kind of just the guy backstage, you know, he just had this goat running around, and then there was a Segway going with some monkeys and whatnots and all sorts. It's Vegas. Yeah. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know when something goes past you and you're like, double take. I'm like, you know what, it's time to go. Yeah. We'll call it a night.
I've got a couple of tracks of yours. I want, within 3 seconds, the one word that comes to mind when I say these words. So we go, Quest.
Night Flight.
Workout.
Oh yes.
Slip and Slide.
Ah, that's a good shout. Sorry, that's more than one word, isn't it? I found in that box where I found the original thing, Slip and Slide originally got pressed with, instead of the Ram logo on the A side, Sons of a Loop de Loop era logo. Yes, and I've got a handful of like, and I picked out. I remember getting it because I got like a couple of thousand copies, and I'm like, what is that doing on there? I rung up Danny Breaks and I'm like, they've just pressed your logo on our track. So sat there and actually put the sticker over all of them. So there you go.
Okay. That's a very long answer for that's fine. We'll take one. Valley of the Shadows.
Oh. Dream.
Final, what bass?
Have it.
Right. That's the one. No, we'll take that. If you're not listening to drum and bass, what are you listening to?
Oh, all sorts. Radiohead are my favourite band, without a shadow of a doubt. And what was I listening to today? I had some laid-back, chilled house on today, actually, just around the house for a Sunday vibe. But all sorts. Stevie Wonder, you know. And we had a house party, actually. I had a house party around my house the other week, and me and my sister ended up going quite crazy to Total Confusion, Homeboy Hippie and a Funky Dread. And then I put them all out. At house parties, I'm the worst, because it's like, oh, remember this, and I just play all the tunes. So yeah, man, it's like music just plays an integral part of everyday life.
I've just been told anybody's got a Fiesta parked inside the market, you best move it or you're walking home. Right? Come with the music.
There are obviously so many shows coming up for the Ram 25 anniversary. I'm personally going to Warehouse Project. What can people attending expect?
Well, they're gonna. First of all, we've got some beautiful lineups with full Ram crew, with guests. People can expect we've got remixes coming of all the old classics that are just winging their way into sets at the moment and stuff like that. I think we're going to revisit the history. I think for me personally, look, I'm going to represent the history in the sets, you know, just because I've got to, you know, like, because I'm very proud of it, you know, and I'm very blessed with the artists that have made the tunes. So I guess I'm just going to go out there and just go hell for leather in a Ram style. Yes, and represent it. I mean, what can we expect? It's going to be a party. I mean, 25-year parties, they don't come around. You know, I don't think many labels, you know, have reached that milestone, so we are going to milk it for all it's worth and have a good party.
Andy, I'm afraid I've got to let you go, because obviously you're on in literally 10 minutes. So I've got to say, thanks very much.
Man, thanks for having us. Thanks a lot. Take care.
Nice one.